Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Drew Gamers Final Fantasy 1 Let's Play. In the last episode, we went through to get the potion from Matoya so we could awaken the prince. He gave us the mystic key and we went off and got all the chests and doors that open the mystic key. And then right at the end, we got the nitro powder so that we could blow a dam in and we could get to Melmond. So now we are on our way to the Cavern of the Earth, which when we went to Melbourne, they were telling us that the Earth's rot started from there, and they believe it's because of a vampire. So we're gonna go all the way into the Cavern of the Earth, or the cavern. I think it's the Cavern of Earth. I don't think it's the Cavern of the Earth. But before we get too far into the episode, who is your favourite Final Fantasy main protagonist? That's today's question of the day. And that is the first character you get in the game, not any of the others. So like, for instance, if you're playing Final Fantasy 7, you get Cloud, Barret, Tifa, Aerith, for instance. But ignoring the other three, it's Cloud, and then in Final Fantasy 8, Squall, etc. So just the main character that you get at the start of the game. And it could be any Final Fantasy. It doesn't need to be like one of the main 15 Final Fantasy 1 through 15. So this is the Cavern of Earth, and it's kind of confusing when you first come in because there's 6 ways you can go, and I believe 3 of them go to chests, and 2 of them go to chests, 1 of them goes to the door, and then the others lead you to these, and every step down this path will lead us to a battle with these, and there's nothing at the end of it. So you go all the way down there, and just every step you take, there will be a forced encounter with ogre chiefs. Good training, but it's not worth it because we are going to be here for a little bit, so it is fine. You're going to get some good experience. I think the whole of the Cavern of Earth is kind of confusing just with the layout of it. You'll see once we get to the next floor. The final floor that we go to is actually fine because it's kind of not a straight path, but it's a little less confusing than the top floor and the second floor. So I just wanted to make sure I showed that off. There is chest, like in the area above us, there is a chest. There's chests there, but I don't go and get them. Yeah, I'll go back and get them later. There's a lot of bats everywhere in here. And they don't really do anything, they're just there like going key again. I do get lost on this floor because the floor layout is very confusing. Everything looks the same. I do get there eventually. We've got some tarantulas, lovely stuff. So today, just to give you an idea when I'm recording my camera footage, this is the 6th of November 2021. Nothing's really been happening, to be honest. I've just mostly been working on some behind-the-scenes stuff. By now, I'm hoping it'll be revealed. But if not, I won't say anything just yet. Not entirely sure why I didn't just use magic on those. I think after... What did we do recently? It might be in here, actually. Like, I think I do end up using quite a bit of magic. But I hope you're all doing all right. And this year is being a little better than last year. Like, I know we're coming to the end of it, but hopefully it's been a bit better than last year, because last year was god-awful. To put it mildly. But we're making good progress in this. Like I said, the whole Let's Play is 20 episodes long. Like, I have everything recorded and it's going to be 20 episodes. And I believe like 16 of those are... 16 or is it 15? It might be 15 of them are actually story. Maybe even less, actually. It might be... 14 of them are story, and then there's 6 bonus episodes. But the bonus episodes are going to be sprinkled throughout the Let's Play. They're not all going to be at the end. So I'll explain once we get to it. So for instance, like last episode, we went into the what's it called? The Life Grotto. I think it was Life Grotto, I've forgotten. Yeah, so that's a forced encounter with an Earth Elemental. So that's fun. They're not that hard to deal with, like, they're not that great. Because, like, for instance, there's a lot of these are like Earth Elementals through here, but there really isn't that much Earth magic in the game. In fact, there's only one Earth magic in the game, and that's Quake, and it doesn't do any damage. It's like an auto-kill move. So it has a chance of one-hit killing your character or not. It's kind of like Fissure in Pokemon. But in later Final Fantasies, they do start giving you the ability to use Quake magic, as it's called. Or Earth magic. Oh, Monty leveled up. Nice. What have we got? 570. They love their 575 gil in this, I've noticed. Replaying this, I've noticed there is a lot of 575 gil. I think I just skipped that, yeah, because he was just in the way. I just noticed, I think Sterling has the same sword as what is in the animation of Temper. I'm pretty sure he does. Well, we won't find out because Montgomery killed everything. God, that was really selfish, and then I skipped that. So I do skip quite a few battles on this area because I get really lost. Oh, there's a troll and a minotaur. The trolls always like creep me out because it looks like they're having some sort of breakdown. It doesn't look like they're just sort of like screaming at you or something. It looks like they've got like a really bad migraine. You'll see them on like an advert for you'll see them on an advert for like migraine relief. They're like, they're like migraine sufferer #1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the same sword as it is in Temper, which is kind of cool. And for some reason, the trolls have got regen on them. I think I was like buffing up Sterling because I wasn't sure what they were going to do to me. I couldn't remember. But it doesn't really matter. He's just taking them out with no issues at all because Sterling is an absolute babe. 230 gil. I don't think that's a forced encounter. No, that's not a forced encounter. That just happens to be a random encounter. So we'll sort out these cobras and then we'll keep moving on, trying to figure out where we need to go. I'm pretty sure like you have to go around the top and then it's down and then down again, but I just, for whatever reason, I just could not figure out which way I was going and I was just like lost in this maze. Coral sword and a tent. The coral sword is it's good against aquatic foes, and it looks kind of more like a 7-branch sword than a coral sword. And it's a really cool design. I do really like the design of the coral sword. It reminds me of Kenshin's weapon from Samurai Warriors, or the original few Samurai Warriors. It's not a 7-branch though. It's only like 5 branch. It lost 2 of the branches. How useful that would be in a fight, I don't know, but I guess if you tried to stab them, you could stab them potentially 5 times. So, hey, gargoyles. Now they just want a hug. Gone. Right, good. I believe we're on our way to it now. I could be wrong. Yeah, I go down there and I'm like, no, it's not that way. Let's go up. And then I find the stairs again and I'm like very confused. And I find a battle. Of course I find a battle. I apologize that, like, for this episode, it's kind of a bit all over the place at the minute. I'm kind of getting used to... I'm still getting used to recording. Like, some days I'm very used to it. Like, I'll come into it and I'll be fine. And then other days I'm still sort of like, okay, I'm kind of... It's not nerves. It's like, it's kind of an anxiety thing. I just feel it, like, in my chest that it's kind of like anxiety induced, and it's not. That's the thing for me, because I've been doing this for years now, so I'm not like anxious about recording. It just, after a few days of not doing it, I do get like sort of like I'm not used to it again, so I have to pretty much do it every day, otherwise I won't get used to it. Can you stop? I was trying to explain something and I was like but you can see how much of a difference in damage we've got for Frederick and Montgomery, because Montgomery is very focused on magic, whereas Frederick is very sort of an all-rounder with everything, pretty much. He does decent damage, he's got decent speed, he's got decent magic. Because you could go through this without having to... I think you definitely need a white mage. Oh no, you probably don't even need a white mage. Like, you could technically use items. I'll get further into, like, later on you'll see me using items all the time to sort of, like, boost my characters up. But up until that point, it would be difficult without a white mage, I think. And you wouldn't have the ability to heal everyone for a very long time. You'd have to heal them all individually, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So you could technically go through with, like, a warrior, a thief, a monk, and a red mage. There would be nothing wrong with doing that. So here I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's down there. That way, yes. I've got to fix a couple of frames there, so that's fine. And now we're on to basement level 3, which is fine, because it's like, this level's not that hard to get around. It's basically like one giant ring, so you come into it, and you keep going round up until you get to the point that you need to get to. Do we end up using magic, or are we alright? Oh, we blocked it. Nice. Very, very, very nice. Ah, no, poor Frederick got poisoned. Unfortunately, like, when the battles are going on this long, I'm not entirely sure what to talk about, because I'm pretty sure, like, I should have cut this battle out, but it's fine. Because at the moment, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to conserve MP, so I'm just gonna, physically attack him. Because they're only werewolves and wargwolves, and they're not that tough. Werewolves get healed every turn, though. Only by 3 HP, so it's only like a really small proportion of their max HP. And one more. Are you dead? Yes. Good. We do, like... You don't realize just how much gil and experience you accumulate by just going into a dungeon in this game. For instance, we have 21,430 gil right now. And I'm pretty sure we wasted all after. On, you guessed it, magic. I'm like, okay, which way am I going? Because there's certain ways to get to all the chests in this area, and I wanted to make sure that I got them. But they don't all have, like, amazing stuff in them, but they have a few things that are good. So gold needles, they are for cockatrices. Like, the actual item, that's not what I meant. Like, there's an enemy on this floor that is a cockatrice, and it will petrify your characters, so you need gold needles. So I highly recommend coming in here with some gold needles, whether you buy them or you just find some. Make sure you have some, because you will end up in a battle. Excuse me, you will end up in a battle, or at least one, and one set of them, and they will be in a group of enemies. So this bat does me in, because I go like that, there's nothing in here, and then I end up in a battle with an earth elemental, which means it was a static encounter. Absolutely did me. Is that going to be enough to kill it? No. Okay. And we're coming towards the end of the Cavern of Earth at the minute. So there's your cockatrice. And we're in an ambush, and I'm pretty sure Sterling gets petrified. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, I'm out of here. But I wanted to show you what happens with them, because they can be really deadly. Because, for instance, if all 5 of those attack you, and they all get the chance to petrify you, then you're dead. You have to redo the dungeon. So it's like, oh. But we're alright. We're fine. Now, for some reason, when I come into this room, I fight the Earth Elemental, and then I think I try and get the chest, and I don't, and I take one step back, and then have to go back on the tile again to get it. But I believe it's just like, 1,200 gil or something. It's not overly important, but it's nice to have that extra gil. So these are all the chests in this area. I'm not missing out any chests. 1,020 gil. I knew there was like a 1, 2, and 2 zeros in there. And here we are. This is Vampire. All things in this world are destined to end in death. The seal cannot be broken, so the earth shall rot. You cannot alter destiny. Mere mortals cannot kill the undying. So yes, this is Vampire. Absolute waste of time. Quite literally, I think I kill him in 1 turn of all 4 characters. Pretty sure. And that's Vampire done. So yeah, that's a complete and utter waste of time. Like, and the amount of effort it took for me to get down here. So we need this. Do not forget to pick that up. You need the Star Ruby for something. We'll get into that in a minute. And you'll see there's a door on the right. That is not important right now. You can go through there and have a look, but for now it's not important. So we've just, we've killed the vampire, and we've left. We've sorted it out. We've stopped the earth rot now. So I think I did some training there. I think that's what I was saying. I was like, look, this is all the levels I got up, and like Sterling died because he's no longer the same level as everyone else. He's 1 level below everyone, so I think he died. Here we're back in Melmond. So we're going to buy a few spells for us to use, which is nice, very nice. See, here it starts getting hard, because like, Curaga, Life Diaga, and Hilara are all very useful spells. Obviously, like, I think overall, I was lucky because I had Frederick and Cassandra and Montgomery to be able to get all these spells between them, because usually I would just have the white mage, and I think I would not get Diaga because overall magic damage isn't that great, but magic healing is very useful. So I probably went Curaga over Diaga, but I could always give Frederick Curaga. Just give him a bit of a boost in healing. now that we have the Star Ruby, if you come all the way over here, you could come here before going into the cave. You didn't have to go there first, but you will be blocked by something if you don't, and that's what you need the Star Ruby for. And I think we got told about it in the dwarf's home. They talked about something that liked gems. And I believe it's down here. So if we come this way, you'll find another cave. There we go into it. This is the Giant's Cave. And you'll see there's a gentleman stood there. Oh, not an ambush, God. I know we're kind of coming to the end of the episode. I know there's still a bit to go. We've got about 4 minutes left of the episode, so based on what I can see in the recording. You have Star Ruby. Give me Star Ruby and I let you pass. So yeah, that's the only way you can get past. So you need to make sure that you get the Star Ruby so you can give it to him. I don't know what he's doing to it. Crunch munch. Nothing tastier than rubies. He says he's eating it, but he didn't need to turn around and show us his butt to do it. Or maybe he did. Maybe he was just showing off. He was like, look at my butt. And you'll see some stairs in the north, but if we go south from here, there is a few chests that we can get. So make sure you come down here. We have a great axe, 620 gil, 450 gil, and a mithril helm. Now personally, for my warriors, I don't like equipping the axe. They do more damage, but they're less accurate. So technically you're not doing as much damage as you are with a sword. Because if you can get more hits in, then you'll do more damage. But that mithril helm is very tasty. And I believe we do give it to Sterling. Do we give it to Sterling or do we give it to... Yeah, we do. We give it to Sterling. Just some warg wolves. There's a lot of warg wolves everywhere. Bum, bum, bum. Just get rid of these. It's like every time I fight the wolves, I just stop talking. I'm just like, okay, we'll just get this out of the way. And then we go up here. And then you go all the way around and there's another cave. But we've got to get rid of these ogre chiefs first. Alright, one more, come on. So what I do is, like, as soon as I finish recording this, I go back into Premiere Pro and I put this in and I render it out again. And I have to basically match up my footage to the first battle that I do so that I see, like, when the light shines on my face and then it disappears. I'm like, okay, that's when I need to do it. Okay, so we come over here and we talk to this guy. This is Sada. So you're the ones who defeated the vampire, eh? But he was only a servant. The beast crux and the earth crystal lurks far deeper in the cavern. Here, take this staff with you and use it behind the vampire's chamber. So you obtain the earth rod, and that is what that door leads to. So we haven't actually saved the earth crystal. It was a big lie because they were like, oh yeah, it's the vampire's fault. It's not. It's someone else's fault that the earth is rotted. So now we have to take the earth rod and go all the way back to Cavern of Earth and go all the way back down to the level 3 and then down to the bottom floor and past that area. So thank you very much for watching, everyone. Don't forget to answer the question of the day, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.